All right, question number 2, creating and interpreting linear models. Create a linear model for the math club by finding the LSRL. At this point, we've done this for the past couple days, so I'm assuming you guys are fairly comfortable with finding that LSRL and how to use the calculator. If you're not, you need to make sure that you're looking over your directions. You need to also maybe go rewatch a couple videos that went through how to do it. I would extremely recommend that extra video on 6.7 that you didn't have to watch, but it was just extra practice. So if you're struggling with that one, I would recommend watching 6.7 question 4. So we are going to jump right into it. So you guys, this is the first time you're using the calculators today. So let's start from step 1 and let's go from there. Step 1 is resetting your calculator. So go ahead and press second plus 712, and your calculator should say RAM cleared. Next step is to turn the diagnostics on. So hit mode, hit up 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and make sure that you go over to the on and press enter. So for stat diagnostics should now be on. And step number 3 is starting to enter our data into the table. So go ahead and hit stat, enter for this. L1, we're going to enter in our x-axis. So this is going to be the years after 1983. So for the math, we'll start with that one. That's going to be 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 12, and 16. I see 7 numbers in my list. If I look back, there was 7 numbers in the table, so that's looking good. So go ahead and hit right, and we'll do our membership number for the math club. So 15 plus 27 plus 32 plus 36 plus 45 plus 45 plus 59. And once again, we have 7 numbers in our list, which is perfect. Step 4, well, we want to create the scatter plot. So go ahead and hit y equals. So this is step 4 on your blue sheet. Up, enter, down. And then go ahead and hit zoom 9. Zoom to the middle button, so zoom 9. That should be a little bit what your scatter plot looked like on the front page. You can check it to see if it did. And then we want to find that LSRL. So we're going to hit step 5, which is stat right 4. Press enter a bunch of times till you get done to calculate. And we have our line there. So my math club, it's going to be y equals, so it says right here, y equals ax plus b, where a is this and b is that. So all we got to do is plug it in, round to 2 decimals. We've got 2.89. That 8's going to round it up. So what's one number more than 89? That would be 90. So y equals 2.90 x plus b. My b is going to be 12.57. 12.57 when I round it up. So plus 12.57. Question B, interpret the meaning of the slope and interpret the meaning of the slope of the line in context of this problem. So remember, our slope is 2.90 over 1. Okay, even though it's not over 1, you know it's over 1. Where y is the membership and x is the years. So if it's over 1, then that means for every 1 year. So on average, for every 1 year, there was an increase of 2.90 members. Okay. So remember, the slope is 2.90 over 1, where 2.90 is the members, because that's my y, my change of y, and 1 is my years, because that's the change of x. Question C. What is the residual for the membership of the math club in 1995? Interpret its meaning in context of the problem. So remember, residual equals actual minus predicted. So for 1995, our actual value was 45 members. And we just have to find the predicted amount of members. So we're going to use our equation for that. And we're just going to plug in this equation. And we're going to plug in 12 for x. And we're going to plug in 12 because if you look on the front side, 1995 is 12 years since 1983. So we're going to plug in that value. So 2.90 times 12, 12's in parentheses, plus 12.57, press enter. So our predicted amount is 47.37. And when we do the subtraction of 45 minus 47.37, we get negative, so our residual is going to equal negative 2.37. Our last part of this is to answer the question, interpret the meaning and context of this problem. So that means we were approximately below 2.37 of our average amount of members at the time. Okay? So we were a little below average in 1995 with the number of members we had in the math club. And go ahead to the next video to figure out all this information for the science club.